President Samia and President Hichilema. We will build on the previous meetings I have had with each of them to strengthen democracy and good governance, promote peace and security, build on long-term economic growth, and strengthen our business ties. I also look forward, during this visit, to meet with entrepreneurs and artists and students and farmers to witness firsthand the extraordinary innovation and creativity that is occurring on this continent and inspiring the world. In particular, on this trip, I intend to do work that is focused on increasing investments here on the continent and facilitating economic growth and opportunity.
Kofi, Kamala. Is it Kamala?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala.
So I'll mention the name just once.
That's myself. I was being careful so that I don't say Kamala. Kamala.
Yeah.
But how important is the visit, especially within these difficulties? You wanted to respond to Edwige before.
Very quickly. You see,
please be short.
What I like about our General Secretary is that he's very tactful, very strategic.
Which General Secretary?
Justin Kodua. See, when the issue came up, Edwige was referencing the 90 ministers who came out against Ken Ofori-Atta. Our General Secretary issued a statement, all right. But do you know what he did? He made time to sit with them and the chairman.
What's your point?
My point is that irrespective of the fact that our MPs had a divergent view from the government in regards to Ken Ofori-Atta, our General Secretary and our chairman were able to strategically bring them together and for us to still be able to do business in Parliament successfully. The point, Roland, the point I am making to you is that they haven't. They are rather trying to coerce their MPs instead of thinking through the issues and finding meaningful ways to bring or whip their membership together.
But is it not true that the members of Parliament were told had been met by the leadership of the party prior to this event?
If they met the leadership,
yes,
and then after that they issued a statement, and then after that Ato came and made all the promises, and then what? To what end? Clearly, whatever they did was not meaningful. There was nothing of substantive value in whatever they did, and that's why the end result shows that the people chose conscience. The MPs chose conscience. Okay. In fact, those who are the traitors are the people who don't want government business to go on. They are the traitors, not people who said, yes, we disagree, but Ghanaians must eat. Businesses must go on. Those are the people Ghana needs, that who can stand up against their own party and say that, yes, we disagree, yes, we don't like Akufo-Addo, but we think Ghanaians have to survive. Businesses have, if we are going to the IMF to revive the economy, and you are stampeding the progress of your agricultural sector, how do you revive the economy?
Kamala.
How do you revive the economy when your trade ministry has
It's Kamala, right? Kamala.
Oh, well, let me make my point.
Please,
anyways,
let's speak to Kamala.
Let me come to that. I think
it's not Kamala, it's Kamala.
Kamala Harris.
Okay.
The first female vice president of the United States.
Her visit, what does it bring to us?
Oh, I think what the United States is trying to do is they are trying to strengthen their relationship or relations with the continent, as she rightfully said. They've noticed that China is making inroads, Russia is making inroads, and therefore they have to sort of reinvigorate their approach to Africa. But I think before she came, President Akufo-Addo went there, and other presidents also went there, as she alluded to. The importance for me, I think, is how do we ensure that Ghana builds the requisite trade agreements that we need. When Nancy Pelosi came, it was said, the president said it to her, that you raise issues in regards to our relationship with China and other places. But the commitment you make to us is nowhere near what China and other places are making to us. And we are a nation that needs to develop. So if you want to support us, You need to come clear and come clean and straight with the plans and ideas and the investments that will help us move forward, because our people want the infrastructure. So if China wants to give us the infrastructure, do we deny our people that infrastructure? No. So I think the US has taken cue of that, and they want to make efforts at making real investments that will transform the lives of the people, especially in trade, in infrastructure, and women empowerment. One of the things she's going to do is to also meet with young women who are women entrepreneurs to see how they can help young women build themselves up, their capacity and their business acumen, so they can also help grow the economy. So I think it's a step in the right direction. What is important is that it needs to be a mutual sort of engagement. It needn't be one country imposing itself on the other. And I expect that once she's here, it's going to benefit us greatly. The other thing is that Ghana continues to be on the global map. Her coming here is a big publicity for us. She'll be attending, she'll be visiting Cape Coast, for example. These are all examples of how we can even promote our tourism. So I think generally it's a good thing, but what we expect is meaningful business engagements that will help us improve our infrastructure, help us improve our business sector, and get businesses for young people to do here in Ghana. So it's a historic visit, and we welcome her. She's coming at a time when the numbers are not good. Oh, but what has that got to do with it? I'm asking a question. Why that question? I think. I shouldn't ask that question.
You see. Roland, first of all, we welcome her. It's my expectation that she will enjoy this short visit to Ghana. I think from here she'll be going to other Tanzania. So she's using, and we've always said we are the gateway to Africa. So consistent, you know, the U.S. government had been part of our national conversation right from the beginning. Akosombo Dam, they had to help us with it. If you recall, George Walker Bush, the who wrote, they were part of that conversation. As recent as even PDS, that became, they have always even though we couldn't utilize all of it. They have always been part of this national conversation. So the Ghanaian relationship with our American counterpart is one that is historical. It's one that is going to be forward, you know, there is a certain forward march relative to that conversation. So her coming is at the right time, except to say that his Ghanaian counterpart really needs to be spoken to. And I'm confident that... Why do you behave like that? What do you mean by spoken to? What is that supposed to mean? Oh, please, let me. Okay. The point I'm making... You mean the vice president? Yes. The vice president of the U.S. Yes. Should speak to the vice president of Ghana? No, the president of Ghana. In their quiet conversations, you should point out to him that the numbers that he's actually superintending today are not looking good. One of the things that it should be clear to all of us by now is that, you know, the U.S. government is basically the one putting pressure on the IMF to basically agree to this bailout program with us. And one of the things that you should also know, the recent conduct of our president, reporting the Russians, the Wagner forces to the U.S. So that was said to be a bit undiplomatic. Of a blunder. What is this? President Mahama was visiting diplomats and complaining to them. What are you talking about? So for the president, when he was intercession, for the president to openly, as it were, snitch on the Russians. Can you imagine? No. You see, Roland, I will not accept this. How can you say the president is snitching? What are you talking about? He did openly. What are you talking about? But you know engagement, other leaders. Kofi, calm down, Kofi. No, I will not accept this. Okay. I will not. You have to retract what you said. But how can you say the? But that's exactly why. How can you say the president snitched? That's what he did. I mean, that's irresponsible. No, very responsible. Very irresponsible. In fact, it is the president conduct that was irresponsible. That's all right. It's the president conduct that is irresponsible. I expect Eduji to retract what he said. That's what he did. He snitched. He says he should retract what he said. No, he snitched on the Russians. And the Burkina. He says he will retract. Look, Burkina is our next door neighbor. Look. You don't go openly in front of the camera and begin to report the Burkina.
I'm a former diplomat. If for nothing at all, no,
you don't do certain things, and you will
react to this. Please, I'll give you a time to react.
You know that is undiplomatic.
Please wrap up
before the cameras. Then you report another country.
Please.
No, you don't do that. But you see, I am happy that the Americans are beginning to further engage. And the reason for the further engagement is that, do you know that within 20 years, right, the Chinese investment in Africa overall, by way of foreign direct investment, had moved from $430 million to almost $43 billion. So quite clearly, China is using its financial powers to more or less colonize. And the Americans, obviously, in terms of geopolitics, should be worried. And so her engagement with some African countries, I think, is welcoming. It is good for Ghana. It props up our image. And one of the things that we need to encourage is our peaceful coexistence. We need to further emphasize that. And that is why I am worried that continuously the conduct of Mr. Akufo-Addo, his appointees, the Electoral Commission,
what has that got to do with
are matters that have the tendency. They are matters that have the tendency to endanger the peace. Do you think that if there was peace, if there was no peace, you think Kamala will come to this country? No.
But who's superintending over that?
There was Pelosi.
Who's superintending
over that?
That is
what I'm saying. That if you are taking reckless conduct decisions, then you have the tendency of endangering. Look at what the Electoral Commission is doing. When everybody is telling you that, don't do it. So, madam.
So you're saying
H.E.
Kamala is here to make sure that they bring some sanity to say that, look,
no,
we're in.
Because we are leveraging on our peace.
Okay.
The conduct of the people managing affairs today have the tendency to destroy this peace, especially our Electoral Commission.
All right.
You're giving him all the time.
I don't know. You're giving him all the time. You said something about a diplomatic blunder, but I have to say...
He said he wants to
but I have to say, when the president met those individuals, those senators... Listen to me. Okay. It was criticized by international affairs diplomats right here in Ghana. That his overtures mentioning the Wagner forces across the borders was not the right thing to do. It was categorically said to be a diplomatic gaffe.
Sir, who said that?
You know it.
Well, no. Let me. Who said that?
The number of individuals who said that.
You said diplomatic something said that.
Key professors who teach
diplomacy. You said diplomatic something.
Yes.
Key diplomatic
experts.
Look, listen.
I'm listening.
The president met with, I think it was Secretary Blinken.
Yes.
The state Secretary of State. And they were having a discussion. Okay. And the president made commentary.
Yes.
To that effect.
Yes.
Now.
It was said that it was undiplomatic.
Undiplomatic by who?
Because we have relations with Russia and all that.
No, but the president was having a conversation with another leader about issues concerning our security.
And the peace in the sub-region.
And then the issue came up. It's not about snitching. The president is thinking about our well-being. Look, Roland, we are sitting here conversating. Do you think we are sitting here by chance? Some people are putting their lives on the line. Military men are putting their lives on the line to make sure you and I can come and sit here and conversate. So the peace that we adore so much is protected. Kamala is coming here for a reason. All these leaders continue to come here because Ghana is a citadel of peace and democracy. And who's superintending over that?
When you go reporting your neighbor.
Don't sit here
when you go reporting your neighbor to another person.
Thank you for coming today. And then Edwidge Tamaklo as well, legal practitioner. Thank you for coming.
Which you avoid it. And you see, we have Akufo-Addo was one time foreign affairs minister. So
we have a conversation. We have a conversation about drug addiction among health professionals. Now, why is that a continuous problem within the public health sector? And how come we have that becoming an issue? So we'll have that conversation right up, including the latest in sports. We're taking a break. We'll be right back.